Water is doko Samui. Horan in it, which is someone doko.
Yet Abbas such a cambal. I'm at knowledge a cambal. Yem cambal such as moved variant affiliate.
بہٕ چھُس گَرِکٮ۪ن تہِ وَنان یی کیٛازِکہِ صاف صفٲیی سۭتۍ چھِ نٮ۪صٕف ایٖمان حظ کیٛازِکہِ اگر لُکھ یہِ کَتھ سَمجھن وٕنکٮ۪نَس تُہۍ وٕچھِو وُلر لیکَس کُن وُلر لیکَس کُس خرٲبی چھِ وٕنکٮ۪نَس گٔمٕژ
We have actually a good quality of water, but there is problem of plastic solid waste, which is because Wular has a huge catchment. Entire catchment of river Jehlum makes the catchment of Wular lake.
This is one of the largest freshwater lakes of Asia. Gasping for breath, fighting for its survival. Almost the entire waste of Kashmir finds its way through river Jehlum into this water body. These carcasses floating on the water are a testament to the deteriorating lake. Plastic bottles floating on the lake are a common sight.
Deriavas manch variah makrar. Üstük makrar çı. Şuna or vasan vatomuz vasayım. Mokor asa dağ asa modmut. Gav asa modmut. Divan etkun derit. Sıçı vasa deriavas mı? Ya sıçı vasa deriavas mı? Beç vasa rab ki mod çı vasa. İş vasa sori deriavas mı? Deriago koş. Yet abasa çı kambal. Am at nalas çı kambal. Yem kambal set hız moj variah nafariyet. Agresif kenas amak ab çı khevan te şarab bes khevan. Kya mokor ab hız khevan mokor ab. Asır çı bachı, lakıd bachı, kor çı, kırt çı. Yem te çı ötmez ran karan. Ab te çı amimaz khalan. Batak te çı ötmez, ağız te çı ötmez, çarvay te çı ötmez vasa. Ös te çı ab khevan.
The size of the Wular situated in the Bandipur and Baramulla districts varies seasonally from 30 to 189 square kilometers. The lake is a source of livelihood for thousands living on its banks and inside the lake. The water body contributes 60% of the entire fish yield of Kashmir Valley. 8,000 fishermen are dependent on it for their livelihood. A vast population is also dependent on the lake for fodder and vegetable cultivation. Habibullah and Javed Ahmed are among those making a living by catching fish. Every day they set out to catch the fish at the first light. But they say over the years their returns have been dwindling due to the lake's pollution.
Zasas kafir go varya kamiyet. Maholas mazdiyet, deryavas mazdi gay kami pishi. Mahol go gandiyet. Begay malab nam bach baniyet. Bal baniyet or derya Jehlum savi barda. Level meche az bront dahu vari agar 7% was bana वुकन बना 50 50 गई काम बाकी क्या 2000 कह पे गो ज्यादा वलुर तबाह तोतान बना मतलब 8 किलो 9 किलो 10 किलो वुकन वात 4 किलोन पे वंदा वातान 2 किलोन पे.
Located 34 kilometers northwest of Srinagar, the lake plays an important role in the valley's ecology. River Jehlum, which connects most water bodies of Kashmir, passes through this lake. It acts as an absorption base for flood waters, besides playing an important part in irrigation, water supply and power generation. these Singada or water chestnut collectors, pollution has caused a massive decline in their produce. The color and texture of the chestnuts has also changed. Abdul Ahad Dar and his family boats through the interiors of the lake for days altogether for collecting these water nuts. They have been doing this for generations, but due to pollution, it's no longer a lucrative business for them. Dar tells us all the efforts are not worth it. Low water level is the reason for low yield of chestnuts.
यत गस बुकोज बाज़ाब्ते गसन नम लिफाफ गस यत मज गसन ये गंदगी गस यत मज गसन कि यत दरियावस मज क्या छ गसन ये आब छ छवान ये नमले एरिया ओस होपोट निबर तने दि मकल्याव यत बुकोज सुकोज कर असी हे कोर ये ना कड़ियस गोल कड़ियस पाव कड़ियस क्या थे मान छ ये मकलो वस
मगर यत कनी यमा ओस इमिच ग्रोथ ओस आसान काफी ज्यादा आज इन तत कनी अचमन बापारन प्रसान दलील क्या छ वजह क्या छ अमिक नतीज तुम छ वना यत सफाई कहें यह गोर वनस गंद यह सब्ज असल व्युठ यमिच ग्रोथ आज गोर कृहुन कि यह तीत लाइक कर आज नत गोर श्रीनगर बारामूला वारियान इलाकन गसान
32,000 families from 35 villages in the vicinity of the lake depend on it for their livelihood. One of the main contributors towards lake pollution is the willow plantation on vast swathes in the lake. Reportedly, 27 square kilometers of willow plantation in the lake has been heavily silted. The waste of the willow trees also settles in the lake, causing its further shrinkage. Another leading cause of lake pollution is the dumping sites, which are now being systematically cleared to reclaim the lake. The increased levels of pollution has also increased the levels of nitrogen and phosphorus in the lake. Stopping solid waste and intense dredging can help to reclaim the lake. Efforts are also underway to clear the willows for increasing the space in the lake and for lowering its pollution levels.
So we have actually a good quality of water, but there is problem of plastic solid waste, which is because Wular has a huge catchment. Entire catchment of river Jehlum makes the catchment of Wular lake. We are managing this problem, but we need also help from other departments and agencies. Primarily our focus to manage the waste is in its immediate catchment, that is district Bandipora, Erin and Madhumati catchment. And we have taken several steps. For example, all the inlet channels, small inlet channels which bring waste, we are taking measures to stop the flow of waste into Wular, and I can say that we'll be able to show significant change in 1 or 2 years. If we see, the main problem with the Wular lake was actually the excessive siltation. When we conducted study in 2007, it estimated that around 27 square kilometer area of Wular lake is critically silted. Because of that, the water holding capacity of lake had diminished. So the first and foremost objective was to actually restore the Wular lake, and it was to carry out the desilting operation. And we conceived this plan, and we carried out dredging in past years. We have so far restored 4.5 square kilometer area, and you can see the significant increase in the surface water areas of Wular lake. Then the second problem was actually the infestation of willow trees. Previously, when embankment formation was done, around the Wular lake, and some areas behind the embankment were reclaimed for willow plantation to meet the firewood demand and fuelwood demand of Srinagar city. But this willow accelerated the process of sedimentation, and it again increased the silt content in the lake and decreased the water holding capacity of lake. Then the authority made a plan and we got the necessary clearances, and then we started removing the willows. We have removed so far 1 lakh willows from the Wular lake. The third problem which you are saying is about actually sewage and waste. As I said, that there are actually 30 villages which are located on the Wular bank. We have made a plan to deal with this waste. We are actually tendering it out. We have calculated the output of waste in each village, and then we'll be managing this waste through by outsourcing this, and we are sure that we'll be able to manage this problem.
But there are some like 22-year-old Bilal Ahmed Dar who has made it a mission of his life to clean the Wular. His work found major encouragement when Prime Minister Modi praised him as a Swachhta ambassador and called him an inspiration for all in 2017. He has been taking out time daily to go into the lake on his boat for removing the plastic and other pollutants from it. He feels his solitary efforts cannot bear fruit until there is a collective push from the society to clean the Wular. He says everybody in Kashmir must come forward to contribute if we want to see our generations breathe in a clean environment.
मे गसान वारिया सख्त प्रॉब्लम मे गसान क्या बेसिकली मे बेस मतलब गरस मज सह वनस बेस कहें बह हेका अत ब्रो कदम तुलित कह चीज़ बह हेका गवर्नमेंटस नश ब्रोह काकद त्रत बाकी चीज़ त्रत अत रपये दह लगान क्या बहुत गरीब घर लड़का मे मोज तो मे बेन वनस बह 100% कोशिश कर अगर यह वुलर लेक साफ गए क्या सारे खतर मे पानस खतर कहें क्या दो दो मान कंस खानदर कर तमिस बच दिवान यह तुमन खतर तो हर कंस खतर श्रीनगर पे आब वसान कह चीज़ वसान यह पाकिस्तान गसान क्या रोड यह सोरे वसान अम दरियाव मज गोड वात वुलर लेकस मे ोट कह चीज़ अत गसान डंप जमा बाकी आब नीरान सह आब साफ नीरान ब्रो
A study assessing the impact of climate change on surface water resources of Wular Lake by National Institute of Technology, Srinagar, has concluded that its results are in accordance with the global findings, which depict rising global temperatures and decreasing precipitation. The study concluded that there was an adverse effect of the climate change on the catchment of the Wular Lake, as visible by the various tests. As the climate warms, glaciers are projected to lose mass due to dominance of summer melting over winter precipitation.
Aquatic weed management has to be a priority. You see, aquatic weeds are a problem globally, and it's a problem in Wular Lake as well. For example, in 2008, we had reported for the first time alligator weed invasion in Wular Lake, right? Now, today, if you visit the lake, we see large floating islands of alligator weed, right? So, what exactly happens is that these floating islands cover the area where normally you would see trappa, which is economically very important, and so we see that these expanding and floating large mats of this alligator weed, they cover that area and a direct loss to their economy, right? Besides, they provide a breeding ground for mosquitoes, and so we have a lot of health issues among the local population. So that thing also needs to be addressed.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.